How you doing? This is episode 42, which you know I love 42. What is it? The answer to the ultimate question of the universe and everything, 42. This is my 42nd episode of Sheba Sunday. You know, I have been moved to change the title of this. You know, I love a rebrand. I love a metamorphosis, and I feel like it's been like maybe 2 years almost at least. I want to change it to See Like Sheba, right? First of all, I don't want to be limited to Sunday. Also, I just have seen, this is just where I'm being led. Also, do you see up here? I got myself my first tip, $5. I don't know who it's from. Like it says SLID 1060 E44F9 ED82 32A2. You're a real one. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm always going to remember that. I love that. Look at me being a professional talker and wisdom giver and truth sayer. And yeah. So anyway, what a beautiful way to end this first era of me sharing myself. Love it. Sheba Sunday, so good. But yeah, so I think next time I'm gonna like work on like a slight different, vibe maybe, just to like match my vision. And it's gonna be great. We're gonna see like Sheba, which is pretty much what we do anyway. But I feel like this is like gonna be such a good it's just very aligned. So hope to see you there. Okay, what am I talking about today? I named this one. Does it say where I named it? Oh, what are you worth? What are you worth, babe? What are you worth? Okay, so this has been, I feel like, coming to me a lot about this idea of like, I don't know, what we have to accept. What I have to accept, make it about myself. And I gotta say, on MLK Day the other day, you know what I did? I took a bath, I got high, and I watched Jerry Maguire. Jerry Maguire, y'all know that movie? It's a movie with what's his name? What's his name? Oh man, the Scientologist. Tom something. Tom Cruise. Thomas Cruise. It's with Thomas Cruise and Cuba Gooding Jr. And it's a sports movie. So like I was very surprised that I like really enjoyed it so much. And I bet you're like, why did you watch Jerry Maguire? This movie from like 1992. When was it? Let's see. Jerry Maguire. Nope. Hold on. Emmy. Oh my God. Where's your A? Oh, why is it over there? Okay. 1996. My goodness. 1996 film, Jerry Maguire, which I did not see until 2025. But actually, when I was in college, I was in this, it was a, what do you call it? Like a psychology class, one of my psychology classes, some positive psychology class. And they showed us like the scene about, they showed us some scene in it, and I like kind of remembered that, and it's just been coming to me that I should watch that movie. So watched it, so surprised, it was so good. I was like so wrapped up in it. I'm gonna give you some spoilers, but it was like almost 30 years ago that it came out, so I think it's past the date. Anyway, okay, so we open. Jerry Maguire, Tom Cruise, is this sports agent, and he's like at one of the best sports agent firms, and he kind of he gets these athletes these different deals and stuff. Right. Yeah, that's what they do. Right. And so he is working for this, like, you know, one that's like, it's kind of cutthroat. It's very like these football players or whatever, they keep getting um concussions and stuff, or they keep getting injured, and like their families are really worried about them, and he and the other agents are just kind of supposed to like keep making money out of them. Anyway, he has this epiphany and he's like, no, I want to do it differently. Why don't we like, why are we doing this like this? You know, let's be more about like, we care about the player and blah, blah, blah. And it's about love and all this stuff. And he writes this like mission statement, which is kind of like a manifesto. It's 25 pages. Like white men cannot say anything succinctly. But he, you know, writes this whole thing out about like values and blah, 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 and all this stuff. And how he, anyway, gets it printed out at Kinko's or whatever, because this is 1996, gets it like bound and stuff, and like puts it in everyone's mailbox at work. I know, like what? Like it was so difficult to do a thing back then. um, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We just got our second donation, and like that's amazing. BB Digital, the one and only Billy the Process, my beloved divine love. Oh my god, thank you. $10. Oh my god. $15 richer. This is how it's, you know, money is coming into me increasingly. I love it just for being myself. That's how it should be. And how perfect on this episode about knowing your worth. So thank you so much, Billy. I love you. Oh, he says, love you, pro baby. Oof, yes. Excited to see like Sheba. Oh, so auspicious. Love him so much. Okay, that's so amazing. Okay. And kind of ties in somehow sort of with Jerry Maguire. Okay, so he writes this manifesto. He comes in, like, he, you know, sends it off, and like in the morning he's kind of like, wait, what did I do? Was that smart? Can I take that back? And he like calls and they're like, nope, it went out. Anyway, he goes into work and everyone like slow claps and they're like, yeah, great, you know, oh, someone needed to say it. That's awesome. I love that. And he's like, wow, okay, awesome. And you know, some of the guys who are clapping are like, how long do you think he's gonna last? Like, I give him a week. Great job. Anyway, his this guy that he mentors, this like asshole, you know, blonde guy, he ends up firing him. Jerry Maguire is also married to this like ball busting kind of like very you know, cutthroat, plays like the boys, you know, kind of woman who like understands he's very like up and coming and like blah blah blah. Anyway, he gets fired, and she's like, you know, it's okay. we can do this. And anyway, he gets fired. Renee Zellweger is also in this movie, by the way. She is an accountant working in his office, and she like reads it and she's like so inspired. She's like, that's so great. I'm so glad someone finally said it. Anyway, when he gets fired, he's leaving and he's like, okay, who's coming with me? Because you guys said you were like so about it. Let's go. Let's like be about it. And everyone's like, ooh, sorry, I'm just like about to be eligible for like the pay raise, and I just you know, everyone being a bunch of cowards. Except for Renee Zellweger. She like stands up. She's like, I will come with you. And she's kind of you know, she's like, is that a good idea? As both of them are like, was that a good idea? Oh man, because it's not what we're told to do, right? We're told to just not make waves and just, you know, we don't have to like it, but this is how the game is played and we just have to like do it, blah blah blah. Anyway, he tries to like keep his clients because he's a really good, you know, sports agent. But you know, the agency is more cutthroat. So like they're, you know, calling all these people and trying to secure the clients. So it ends up that his only client is Cuba Gooding Jr., who is this like, you know, kind of like bombastic football player who we first are introduced to his wife Regina King, who's like in Jerry Maguire's office before he gets fired, and she's like, hey, like, how come you are not getting him the like big four of advertising, shoes, whatever, blah blah blah. And she like went to marketing school, and she's just like, take no shit, you know. um and she ends up she and Cuba Gooding Jr. end up being his only client, which is kind of what he said. He said he wanted like kind of like fewer clients, but like more individualized, you know, taking less money, but more individualized, like about the athlete thing. So he's only got Cuba Gooding Jr., who's like, yes, okay, you are like, you know, that's where there's this famous tagline from it, show me the money. Cuba Gooding Jr. like makes Tom Cruise repeat, like, you know, this is their family motto. And like, he he wants to see Jerry like be really about him, willing to like embarrass himself in pursuit of helping Cuba Gooding Jr. achieve his dreams. Anyway, a lot of the movie is about them, like he's like a free agent or something, and he's trying to get like signed for the draft, and he wants to make, you know, $10 million for like 3 years, and he wants to stay in Arizona with Regina King and their kid. Regina King's pregnant, that's where his family is. And but like, you know, he's like not a big name. I don't really know. He's like, there's this young white like quarterback or something who like everyone is trying to like get with, and Jerry's with that guy at first, but actually like, you know, they end up, the white guy ends up going with the sports agency. Very duplicitous, very like, you know, going where the sure bet money is. So anyway, they get this one offer, and it's like, I don't know, I'll say 3 million or something. And I recognize these numbers are kind of insane. But it's also 1996. And so they get this one offer from a team, and it's like insulting. And Cuba Gooding Jr. is like, listen, Jerry, like, I'll do what you want. Like, if you're telling me that's the best I can get, then that's the best I can get. And you know what my girl Regina King says? She says, baby, we determine our worth. We are not just accepting any old offer that these white people want to give us. If we have to wait, we will. We will be a free agent, and they will get us, you know, our price. So yeah, like more betting on yourself, you know? And also look in these, in like both these examples with what's her name? Renee Zellweger and Regina King. Their characters are both there to be like, no, you have to believe in yourself. Like I want to be inspired. Like I want to, I know what I'm worth, and I'm going to bet on myself. And so that's a really cool thing. I love it. Love to see men listening. I also loved how like in this movie, Regina King and Cuba Gooding Jr., they like love each other so much, and they're this like example of real love and partnership and what you should be, you know, this kind of fairy tale love. And so it's really cool to see like these white people using black people as the standard for what love and relating and like having heart is. It's really sweet. Cuba Gooding Jr. is like obsessed with his wife, and like she's obsessed with him. It's so sweet and so like beautiful. And okay, Renee Zellweger, she also has this kid who's really cute and like really, you know, smart, and really likes Jerry Maguire and stuff. And Jerry Maguire really likes him. And also Renee Zellweger like bet on him, and so like they start dating, and but you know, like they're not making any money because they have, of course, have that one client who hasn't signed a contract yet. So yes, Billy, it's really great. It's so funny. I kept being like, Billy, you gotta watch Jerry Maguire. And like I kept bringing it up. And he was like, what in the hell is going on with fucking Jerry Maguire? Good ass movie. So many great messages. Okay, so she eventually though is like, hey, you know, I've got a kid to take care of. Did I say they started dating? She was like, okay, I've got a kid to take care of and I believe in you, but like I have to like make money and I don't want to be a drain on you. Like having to pay me is just coming out of your pocket. So like I've got this other job I can take in San Francisco or whatever. And yeah, like believe in yourself, you know, don't go back to like these assholes. You're better than them. And so as she's about to leave, Jerry Maguire is like, you know what? Uh, I know how to, I know a way that we can like get around taxes and cut down on costs. What if we get married? And she's like, are you asking me to marry you? And he's like, yes, will you marry me? And so they get married. And so cute. Cuba Gooding Jr. is like singing. He's so fun and cute. And afterwards, though, like they've got a little like a clip of some of the videographer, and like you see Jerry, and he's just kind of like he doesn't like look that into it, right? Anyway, he ends up, okay, Billy says, can't believe I didn't see it before. It really took a turn I didn't expect and it was dope. I know, it's really good. Yeah, so everyone has to see it. But so eventually, what's his name? Cuba Gooding Jr. is on the road, of course, because he's a football player and they like fly around and stuff. And so Jerry goes with him and stuff. And like one time, Cuba Gooding Jr. is like, why are you here right now? Go home to your wife. Didn't you just get married? And kind of just calls him out. You know, he's like, you know, we're friends, like, but like, why are you over here? You don't have to come to this, you know? And Jerry Maguire is like, and then Jerry Maguire is like, hey, you know why you don't get any contracts and stuff? It's because like you have all heart when you are at home, when it comes to like your wife and your family, you're all heart. But when, you know, it comes to this, you're very like in your head and you're you've got like a chip on your shoulder and you like don't let anyone in, you know. So yeah, that's why you're not, you know, you don't have any heart. So you got to like play this with some heart. Anyway, so they both kind of call each other out. Jerry Maguire goes home and Renee Zellweger is like, they're like trying to have like a talk and it just Jerry kind of shuts it down. And eventually Renee Zellweger, when Jerry Maguire is about to like, he's like, okay, I'm gonna go to Indiana next week. Renee Zellweger is like, look, you know, like this is my fault. I have a kid. I should not have taken advantage of you like that. You were like obviously like going through some stuff and I should have known, like, you know, you don't really like love me. You love my kid, which is amazing. You like me a lot, but you're not really in love with me, you know, like you are trying to do the right thing. And that's not what I deserve. I deserve someone who's in love with me. And I'm like, oh my God, it's so true. And so she's like, yeah, let's just call this last trip what it is, you know, just a good long break. And I love that. I love that, you know, he was like, oh, what do you want? Like, you know, confessions of devotion. She's like, yes, why not? Why is that too much to ask, actually? Like, especially when we be hanging out with like Cuba Gooding Jr. or Regina King, who are like always like, I love you so much, which is totally how me and Billy are. I like love that too. But like, yeah, she's like, wait, why can't I have that? Why do I just have to settle for someone who likes my kid, literally likes the things I've produced, but, you know, is with me because I'm loyal. You know, I bet on them. I'm like a ride or die. But like, I deserve someone who like loves me, you know, recognizes me and is going to like want to hang out with me all the time, you know? Anyway, So she's like, I gotta break up with you. Whoop. So he goes to the football game in Indiana, where the crappy guy at the agency that he used to work at who fired him, he keeps trying to poach his one fucking client. He's like, come on, I can offer you more than Jerry can, blah blah blah. But he's like, get bro, Jerry's my bro, like get away from me, you snake. um okay, and so Jerry Maguire gets there. What's his name? They're playing. He's playing in the game. He gets hurt. He like makes the touchdown, but he is like lying unconscious on the floor, and everyone's like really scared. And Regina King and their family is watching at home, and Regina King calls Jerry, and she's like, "Do whatever you can, Jerry. My family is everything, and it doesn't work without Cuba Gooding Jr." And it's like, what's Jerry Maguire gonna do? What's his agent gonna do? Like, really, she should be calling like the paramedics who are on the ground, Anyway, as he's lying on the ground, the crowd starts like cheering for him and chanting his name, and he's just like, he's been feeling like snubbed, like the press never wants to talk to him, never wants to interview him, and he's not getting any offers. And so like the crowd is like, chanting his name, and he like opens his eyes, and he's like, oh my gosh, wait, paramedics, let me just enjoy this really quick. And anyway, he gets up, everyone's cheering, he's like, I love you. They're like, in Rod we trust. His name is like Rod something. In Rod we trust. And like, anyway, everyone loves him. Afterwards, like his wife calls Jerry and wants to speak to him. They're super happy. It's really beautiful. All the press is interviewing him. Jerry Maguire, goes home and is like, oh, I love you, Renee Zellweger. And then Cuba Gooding Jr. gets he gets a contract for like 13 million, and it's for like 3 years or something. He can stay in Arizona, and like it's just like it's like way more than what he asked for. And it's just really beautiful. It's like a really beautiful story of like so many things, but like one, women setting the standard and like leading and being like, no, like this is what I am worth, this is what we are worth, and I will not accept anything less. I don't care if other people think this is the best I can get. I am not lowering my value to like accept what white men think I should take. What a beautiful freaking message. I love that. And so like I think like please just apply that to your lives. All this to say, I see how many times we are asked as like all of us, but like I can speak as a woman and as a Black woman, like we're told to just accept whatever people want to give us when it comes to like love and money and relationships. Like however people want to come to us, we have to accept it. I've been thinking recently about like um my own family, um who like are not super interested in like me. They like they want me to kind of accept this, like what is like I've just been thinking about like it's crazy to be around people who don't want to like evolve, who are like happy with how things are and like don't want to grow or expand, or haven't done so in the past like couple of years. Like if these past couple of years haven't like changed you and like inspired you to like want more and to act differently, I don't want to be around that. And like I've been around a lot of people who like kind of tolerate me and who like want me to settle for whatever type of relationship they want to give me. And I'm just kind of these days like, no, wait, I'm amazing. I'm a queen. Like people give me $5 and $10 just for like existing. I'm not accepting any less. I probably told you guys this story like a couple of weeks ago. Me and Billy were like at the train station and our train was delayed by a little bit. So I was like smoking like left the end of a joint, a roach or whatever. um, and it like got to, it was like, you know, this little part and I was about to put it out. And then this white guy comes and he's like, hey, my train has been delayed like 4 hours. Like, I'll pay you $10 for this joint. And I was like, oh, sure. It's great. I love that. My trash is worth something. So if my trash, the stuff I throw away, the stuff I don't need anymore, is going to make me money, definitely my good stuff, the stuff I value highly, is going to make me even more. So, yeah, so I think like in all the ways, just you really have to like, you have to set your worth and demand it. Don't let people like try to haggle you down and be like, oh well, what about this? You've got a chip here or you got this here. And you know, like other people accepted, you know, this price and blah blah blah. So you have to accept, and you used to accept this price. And I don't care about all that. I don't care. I don't care. It's a different day. Everything is different. And it's so funny because like if I was like a white man, like you would just give it to me. You would allow me to be delusional and unreasonable and you would be like, oh my God, but you would go along with it. And so like, I'm just going to insist that you do that with me. You know, you're not racist, right? You're not a misogynist, right? So you're going to have the same grace that you have for these white guys. You are going to see my value is much more, actually. And like, I'm not settling for anything less just because other people say I have to. I don't, and I won't. And it's just been like working really well. And I think like the universe works like that. The universe like listens to you. If you say this thing doesn't exist, so you're like, you know, you got to take what you can get. You're going to settle for this. If you say this is enough, the universe is going to like reflect it back to you. It's going to be like, okay, you think you're only worth 3 million? Accept that. But like when you don't, when you're like, no, I know what I'm worth and I'm not coming down. My price is firm. The universe is like, okay, how much do you think you're worth? All right, let's see. And yeah, if you don't believe it, like it's harder for the universe to believe it. The universe believes what you believe. So it's really powerful when people are kind of like they want themselves and you to kind of be realistic. A lot of people these days are like, you know, well, they want you to live in the real world, you know, where you have to just accept what is given to us. And a lot of times what is given to us is like, you know, like two imperialist, racist, fascist options, right? And they tell you like these are the only options. You got to accept it. I'm like, no, you don't. What? Why would I listen to these people who obviously don't have my best interests at heart? No, I set my value. I dictate what I will or will not accept. And yeah, that's the end of the story. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we determine our worth. Yeah, like, you know, your people are gonna love you when you're you know? They're gonna like love you when you bet on yourself. Like Renee Zellweger bet on Jerry Maguire because he bet on himself, you know? You want the people who are inspired by you. You know, Jerry Maguire bet on Cuba Gooding Jr. And like, so Cuba Gooding Jr. bet on him. And like, that's just how it is. So yeah, you know, be wary of people who don't want you to bet on yourself, who want you to like doubt your self-direction and stuff. Just okay, what else we got? Yeah, don't accept less than your worth, don't accept bare minimum love. You're right, because like, people will really like treat you how you kind of like what you accept. And I've been trying to yeah, just like yeah, um the universe gives you what you can get. Sorry, I'm also like looking at my notes. Universe gives us what we think we can get. Yes. So yeah, so if you say all I can get is this much, a simple, thing, it's not, pretty, but it works. Like, okay, you're gonna get that. Like humans are so powerful. Like you can literally create that. So why wouldn't you aim higher? Why wouldn't you like really be audacious and brave about what you want? Because we're also kind of taught to like shy away from what we want, you know, um, and like kind of have shame for it and know that it's like not good, especially if it conflicts with like what our parents say we're supposed to want. Like, bro, what? No. Um, so yeah, love how the women were leading in that. Another movie I saw, which I did not enjoy as much, but I did actually get a really powerful message from it. My Best Friend's Wedding, which is with Julia Roberts and Cameron Diaz, um, and like dumb movie and like very unrelatable like characters who create like who make really weird choices. There's also this weird kind of like billionaire redemption narrative that goes throughout it that like, oh, they're actually like really nice and really salt of the earth people. I'm like, uh-huh, okay. I'm like, who wrote this? Harvey Weinstein. um anyway, I did like the message that because like, she's got this she's pretty much trying to break up her best friend and this girl that he wants to marry. I say girl because she is 20 and he is like 28. Gross. But so she goes there, like she gets invited. Cameron Diaz is the girl. She makes her bridesmaid, and Julia Roberts is trying to break them up. She's like pretending she's like on her side, but really she's trying to like sow doubt and discord so like she can have them to herself. Which like that's a crazy plan. That's really mean and malicious and like not okay. And she spends a lot of energy and effort and like subterfuge and um she's got a gay friend back home wherever they live who like knows about what she's trying to do, and he like flies in to like check on her and see what's up and like pretends to be her fake fiance for a little bit and does all this stuff. It's insane. It's unhinged. It's crazy. But you know what I learned? I can be selfish um or wrong, and everyone will still love me and bend over backwards to make sure I have a good time and are part of their life. That's what I learned from that. Like, of course, in the movie, Julia Roberts, has to like the truth comes out, that she was trying to break them up and blah blah blah. You know what her best friend, the dude, does? He's like, "Wow, that's really a crappy thing you did, but like you must love me a lot. That's really sweet. Like, thank you. I love you." And Cameron Diaz is like, "That's so shitty and crazy, but like you saw the error of your ways, so that's cool." Like it's crazy. And at the end her like gay friend comes and like dances with her at the wedding. So, love it. I love the idea that like I can be selfish and mean and manipulative, spend a lot of energy, you know, um going like not processing the lesson that I'm supposed to be processing and doing a bad thing. I can like mess up and people will still love me. they'll, they'll still be like, that bitch is crazy, but like I see why you love her. She's like amazing. She's such a light. I don't know. Another thing that's been like coming up a lot has been the idea of like women putting the comfort of of themselves or their husbands over like the comfort of me. Let me make it about me. I've been thinking about like my mom, like, you know, my dad was like really mean a lot of the time and like just, had his own shit that he just like didn't want to like deal with. And like my mom kind of was very like, well, your father loves you very much, and he's like had a really difficult childhood and blah blah blah, and like he's much better than his father was and blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, I don't care. This grown man put his hands on me and is yelling at me and it makes me feel unsafe in my body. Makes me feel unsafe, makes me feel uncomfortable. And like my comfort, I wish was, I wish my comfort was um put above that of a man. Like, no, he's actually the grown adult who's acting inappropriately. Um, and why are we trying to abide his comfort? Why are we trying to like make him not feel bad about his actions? He should. You're doing a bad thing. And I'm seeing with my family these days, it's very like, however the men want to operate, we're supposed to like, it's good, it's cool, it's okay. They're not super lovey-dovey. They don't care that much to show affection in this way. They want to operate how they want to operate, and I have to just accept it. They want to I have to accept, like, so my brother's birthday was the other day and I forgot, and then I was reminded, and I was like, I just like don't want to. I haven't heard from my brother in like a year and a half. And when I was speaking, he wasn't listening to me. So like then on my birthday a couple months ago, my sister and brother sent me like you know, a pretty like regular happy birthday, hope you have a good one, pretty stock birthday thing. And I was like, thank you. Sent a stock response back. Um anyway, didn't wish Freddie a happy birthday on her birthday or my brother because I didn't want to. I don't know. I'm just going with my intuition, what I want to do. And I just like didn't want to. I didn't feel it. I'm not interested in, having little surface level um relationships with anyone. Uh and a couple days later my sister um messaged, did you wish Zarin a happy birthday? It was the other day. And I didn't respond because I was like, what business is it of yours? I don't see how that's any of your business. Sometimes RuPaul says that as like, because he thinks it's funny. Like, I don't see how that's any of your business. But like, I don't actually. And like, if she wants to talk to me about like, hey, you didn't speak to me on my birthday, like she could have, but she wanted to make sure for whatever reason. I'm still saying happy birthday. And I was like, why do I have to do that? Why do I have to do that performance? Is this what I'm supposed to expect from my family, from the men in my life? They send me a happy birthday text once a year. That's supposed to be enough? No thanks. Lots of people send me a happy birthday thing once a year on Facebook. I think there must be a thing that lets you like kind of send a almost auto thing. So I'm just like, so I've asked my family to speak about Palestine, engage with what's going on, and I'm just like, I'm not like, I see now how powerful my voice is. I'm not like wasting it to like give empty platitudes. My voice is like powerful and like creating reality. And I don't want to create a reality where people who aren't using their power actively to end a genocide and like create a liberated, beautiful world, people who aren't interested in that, I'm not wasting my breath on you. Sorry, I just have like an important path. So I can't like waste my time on people who are like wanting me to accept, who are wanting me to settle, who want me to accept, like, nope, this is all you can get. A birthday text once a year. And then, yeah, you have to like that's what you're gonna get. And you have to keep hanging out and like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, why would I do that? No thanks. Like, I'm in this like my beautiful home, um that I have people who are excited to make it even more like nurturing and exciting and like supportive and um just like comfortable for me. And so like that's what I'm going for these days. When I was a kid, I didn't have like a choice to I had to just accept whatever treatment people wanted of me, and I had to kind of do what I was told. And like now I don't. Or at least now I'm like doing what I tell myself to do. Like I am focusing on my inner child and what I want. And yeah, I think that's the loving thing to do, rather than just like doing what our parents tell us, doing what like society tells us we're supposed to, how we're supposed to operate. Because like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Like I see how people's lives are. I see the result of that in how our society looks. And I'm not listening to you hoes. So, my sister like was like, "Hey, did you message Zarin happy birthday?" Didn't respond. Then she sent me question mark question mark question mark. Like some man on Tinder. Like, and then she messaged a couple days later. She was like, "Are you okay? Is your phone working?" I don't know. Some people just want to monitor you. They don't want to engage with, you know, your growth and your evolution. They just want to like kind of keep tabs because it's comfortable. They want to keep you in this kind of a holding pattern where, they teach you what you can accept. They teach you what your worth is. You are worth a text, and we allow you to come to periodic dinners, and, we roll our eyes and kind of tolerate you, but no one really listens to you. Absolutely not. Why on earth would I accept that? No, thank you. Counter offer. How about no? How about absolutely not? No thanks. Um, Come back with a better offer. Um, so yeah, like I am choosing myself, and I know that's really triggering, certainly for the women in my family who we've been taught you don't choose yourself. You choose other people. I think your sister loves you and wants to connect and spend time together. I get it. I'm amazing. I'm very lovable. I'm very fun to spend time with. Um, and so she's got to come correct. I'm doing a lot of interesting, cool things, and she needs to learn how to express interest in that. She needs to go out of her way to be in my life. I'm worth it. I'm valuable. Um, the cost of entry to access me is not simply like people who are grandfathered in, at the low, low price of one text message a year. No thanks. Um, and yeah, like the people who are for me, who do get to, who really want to connect and spend time with me, they do what they need to. They go out of their way. They make me feel celebrated. They make me feel seen. They are excited about me. And if you're not, I mean, yeah, like you're going to not feel good. And I want them to, like, they don't have to hang out with people they don't who they're not willing to do the work for. Like, if they're only going to offer me 3 million, not even, they're like, no, we'll give you, like, I don't know. I don't even know. But like, they're just like, they want me to accept very little. And I, like, they think of me, I think, kind of like, what's her name, in My Best Friend's Wedding, this like crazy kind of sinister, person who's like always making trouble and stuff. But they're supposed to love me at the end. That all might be true, and I'm worth it. I'm worth it. I'm worth more than a text. I am worth people being excited about, being wanting to, offer me, like, let me know why should I want to hang out, other than just you were grandfathered in. Not good enough. Do you even want to be here? Are you just here because you think you're supposed to be here? Because tradition says you're supposed to be here? Because if so, like, no thanks. Those traditions are dumb. I don't want to do that. Right? So, yeah. That's pretty much all I got. This is getting a little longer than I wanted it to, but like, I think I said everything. I think I explained in pretty good detail the plot of Jerry Maguire and My Best Friend's Wedding. Shared some stuff that like I'm, working through with my family, in my family, in myself. Excited for the road ahead. The road looks very clear and exciting and fruitful and abundant. I'm super excited. So I'll see you guys next week. You can come and see Like Sheba. And thank you so much for joining me in these first 42 episodes as I like got to know myself and you and this vehicle of podcasting. It's been really fun and I'm excited to continue it. Oh my gosh. $15. I love it. My ancestors would be so proud. I'm so proud of myself. And yeah. So know your value, babes. You're worth it. Show me the money. Oh my God, that's also like on my vision board. It says show her the money. Show me the money. And money is just energy. So show me that energy. Show me that you really want me. Show me that you are willing to pay what I'm worth. Or, like, get used to living without the sun. I was going to say, I don't make the rules, but I do. Great. Okay, love you guys. I will go to end of stream so we can see our final Sheba's Sunday stream. Though I can always like bring this back if I want to. Ooh, that'll be a fun season. Retro Sheba's Sunday season. Okay, but anyway, love you. See ya. This is all made up. Oh yeah, bring your head in here. Let me kiss your forehead. Love you. This is all made up. So let's see how I continue to make this up. I'm going to be really good. All right. Love you. Bye.